Hey everybody, how you doing? Mikey's back, and I have a dip review. I have not done a dip review for a few days, and if you've noticed, I have a change of pace. I am currently in Klamath Falls, Oregon. You can look that up on the map, and it is en route to nowhere. Yeah. Seriously, Klamath Falls is a neat little town. It's kind of gateway to the Cascade Mountains. You got Crater Lake and Diamond Lake up to the north. If you've never been to Crater Lake, do it. It is mind-blowingly awesome, beautiful, mysterious, and haunting at the same time. Crater Lake. It's a dormant volcano where the crater has collapsed in, and it's filled with water, and it's probably, believe it is the deepest lake in North America. And scientists aren't exactly sure just how deep it goes. So yeah, it's quite fascinating. Anyway, enough of the tourism stuff. Let's get to some dip. Today, I'm trying Grizzly Dark Select Long Cut. This is 100% American dark fired tobacco. It's got the Angry Bears, the Stars and Stripes marca going on there. We got some Angry Bears and some Angry Bears and some Stars and Stripes. Yay, I already said that. Already, I'm tired. It's been a long day. Been driving all day long to get here, and then I worked for a few hours. And yeah. Anyway, Long Cut Select. This is 100% American dark fired tobacco. On the side, you have your branding, all that fun stuff, the obligatory warning. And on the bottom, you have lot, label, and date code. How do you read the dates on these? American Snuff Company, Grizzly, Kodiak, Cougar. These two right here. You see it? There's G5. G is the month. A, January, B, February, C, March. Go on it to G. You get the G in your what? July? July, and the 5 is the year. G5, July of 2025. That's when this was made. July, August, September, October. I'm about a month or two left in its freshness window for this one. So it's about 3 or 4 months in the can. Anyway, and this is manufactured by American Snuff Company, Clarksville, Tennessee, which I believe is just a little bit south of Nashville. 100% U.S. tobacco, sailing allowed United States, and it's a standard 1.2 ounce can, and that is 34.02 grams for you metric folks. Let me crack this bad boy open. Kind of curious, today is October 30th. Last time I tried Dark Select was Halloween of 2024. So it's almost a year to the day from when I'm trying this. And when I did that review, I had a very, very bad day. That was the day I lost a good friend. And she was both a friend and an employee, didn't show up to work, and was out of character for her. And then her daughter called. I haven't been able to get hold of my mom in the morning. Is she there? No, we haven't been able to get hold of her either. Uh-oh. She lived literally a block and a half, 2 blocks from the store. I ran over real quick. Nobody was answering the door. Called the cops for a welfare check. Cops got there the same time as her daughter. We went in. Daughter got the dogs off to the side. Me and the officer walked in, and she was passed away in her chair. So yeah, that day sucked. But icing on that cake was I got to try Dark Select for the first time. Oh yeah. Now it says Dark Select. Dark Select. What it should say is Dark Straight. Okay, Grizzly Dark Straight. This just says Dark Select. It is a straight. Got the sweet, tangy flavor of a straight, and there's like a little brown leafy thing there on the top. Have no idea what that little bugger's doing in there. The rest of it's nice dark fired brown, and there's one like little blondie leaf. Stick it in there. There we go. Made them go away, kinda. Anyway, the cut on this one, a couple of odd looking pieces in there, but there's, for the most part, it's pretty consistent. Not much on the lid. The lid is pretty clear. And we tried doing 110%, but the can kept overflowing. 100% American dark fire tobacco. Okay. But yeah, definitely a straight aroma. One thing that sets this apart, if I remember correctly, I'll find out in a moment. Um, the smokiness of this one is by far the heaviest of the smoky notes of any straight that I remember I have tried. But it's been a while. I haven't tried this in probably 8 months. That's a monster pinch. Sorry. That pinch was way bigger than I thought it was going to be. Like someone just got into the hotel room next to me. I don't make too much noise. As long as they don't make too much noise. Yeah, the last night at the other hotel I was staying at, I pretty much didn't have anybody in the room next to me all week long. Last night I was there, someone was there. And how do I put this? She was a screamer. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'll just leave it right there. I could hear quite vividly, quiet at night, and yeah, right through the walls. Okay, have fun, you two. Oh, to be young again. Well, I'm assuming they were young. Who knows? Maybe it was a grandma having some fun. I don't know. Anyway, back to this. This is a straight. You have the sweet and the tangy components of a straight, and this has a really good dark fired note. It's just like I remember. Sweet, tangy, and the smokiness and that dark fire note is by far probably the best one of any straight I've tried. Copenhagen comes close. Copenhagen's got a nice dark fire note to it. This one is even more of a dark fire note. So if you like a straight and you like one with a nice smoky note to it, other than the sweet and the tang, hiccups, nicotine's arrived. Ugh. If you like a sweet and tangy straight, it's not too sweet, not too tangy, but has a nice dark fired smoky note to it. This is what you want. Without a doubt. Grizzly, dark, the long cut select. This stuff is probably one of my favorite straights. Copenhagen straight's good. I really enjoyed Kodiak Cougar straight. But this one, just because of the smoky note to it, they dialed up that smokiness. It's like they toned down the sweetness and the tanginess just a notch or two and let the smokiness come out and rear its head and say hi. It makes this a really pleasant dip if you like the smoky note. If you're like me and a fan of smoked meats and jerkies and stuff, you appreciate a good smoky note and smoky flavor. And that's what this gives you. All around, it's a solid product. I don't know why I don't dip this in. Well, I know why. I'm not real big into dips or straights. I enjoy straights. I like straights. I love them, but I can't dip them all the time. I don't know why. I start dipping straights all the time, and it's just like, ugh. It's like the aftertaste that leaves in my mouth or something. I don't know. Just something, prolonged exposure to straights. Just it's almost stomach turning to think about putting some more in my mouth. That's why when I get a can of straight, it'll last me a good 2-3 weeks. About every fourth or fifth dip, I'll pinch some straight. But I can't do it all day long. Don't know why. That's just me. I know a lot of guys, they dip straight all day long. They love it. More power to you. But for some reason, I don't know what it does to my mouth or my stomach or what, but just that flavor, I can't do it more than 1 or 2 dips in a row, and then I have to set it aside and go back to naturals, mints, wintergreens, what have you. but I enjoy them when I have them. It's kind of weird. Can't explain it. Oh well. Dip what you like what you dip. And if you don't like dip, then you go to chew. If you don't like chew, I guess you can go to a nicotine pouch. But, dip and chew and snooze and snuff, it's pretty good stuff. You should try it sometime. But if you don't want to, more power to you. But anyway, yeah, all in all, it's really good. It's not as sweet as, say, well, it's nowhere near as sweet as Stoker's. I'd put it maybe Skoal level of sweetness. Tanginess, maybe, Copenhagen tang. But the smoky note is all its own. They got that smoky note dialed in. All in all, really good dip, really good dip. The only thing I'm regretting right now is I got a monster pinch in my mouth. And it's like, ugh, the nicotine. This has probably got average, above average nicotine hit. And I've been driving most of the day. I haven't had any nicotine now for probably 8 hours. And then I put a big old wad of this in my mouth. Yeah, that was smart. Anyway, I'm going to try and upload this now and test the hotel's Wi-Fi. Yeah, right. It'll take a while. So anyway, I will catch you all later with another Dip, Chew, Snooze, Snuff, or alternate product review. Until then, you all take care, and I will catch you later.